What's up everybody, it's Anthony from Policy Buff and we're back with another How I Got the Shot video. In this episode, we're going to show some simple lighting setups for headshots. But before we get started, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button, click on that little bell to be notified when we post some great new content. All right, let's get started. We recently had some new hires here at the office and they each needed a new headshot. Our coworker Lissandra was kind enough to be the subject for this video, so we were able to showcase some different headshot lighting setups. And we know you can go from really complex setups to really simple natural light headshots, but in this video we're going to show some simple setups using no more than 2 lights. For this first look, I used our Link flash unit along with the 35-inch foldable octabox with both the inner and outer diffusion panels. I had placed Lissandra about 6 feet away from our studio wall, and then I boomed the light directly in front of her and angled it slightly just so I could make sure I was getting the catch lights in her eyes. Next, I kept my key light in the same position, but then I added in our 5-in-1 reflector with the silver side facing up to create some clamshell lighting, and that softened those shadows that were being cast down onto Lissandra from that key light. Keeping with this same setup, I removed the 5-in-1 reflector and tossed in a second Link with a 10 by 36-inch foldable strip box with both the inner and outer diffusion panels along with the grid. This had the same effect as the reflector. However, by using a flash, I was able to have control over the amount of light that was filling in those shadows. For the second look, I had Lissandra in front of a gray seamless paper, and I kept the setup the exact same as that first look. So it was one single Link, a 35-inch foldable octabox, both the inner and outer diffusion panels, and it was boomed directly in front. Next, I added in that 5-in-1 reflector. This time, to change things up, instead of removing that 5-in-1 reflector, I kept it where it was, but I added in that same 10 by 36-inch foldable strip box behind Lissandra to act as a hair light, and this gave us some separation because Lissandra has darker hair and the background was darker. Lastly, for one final look, I kept my key light and my 5-in-1 reflector in the same positions, but instead of using that hair light, I swung it around behind Lissandra and had it facing the backdrop. With it placed behind her, facing the backdrop, it created a natural vignetting, and I really loved that look. So to wrap things up, here's some additional tips to keep in mind when doing headshot photography. Catch lights. I run into this problem a lot because I get super stoked and super excited when I'm shooting my subjects, and sometimes I forget that the light position isn't giving me a catch light in their eyes. So just keep that in mind when you're shooting and kind of double check every once in a while because catch lights really bring some life and add some dimension to your subject. Location. For this video, we are obviously in a studio setting, and sometimes that's not always where you're going to be. So whether you're in an office and maybe there's a blank wall, or even if there's a picture on the wall, you could ask to take it down and use that blank wall to photograph your subject on. That's always ideal. You just basically want to keep in mind that you want to avoid a busy background. It just distracts from your subject, and with a headshot being about the person, you really want all that focus to be on them. Wardrobe. Obviously, this one is relative to your subject and the headshot that they might be looking for, but you want to avoid busy or distracting patterns. It's similar to that distracting background, and you just want all the focus to be on them. So if there's conflicting patterns or really outlandish, crazy colors, and it's something more of a corporate headshot that doesn't really fit the brand, you just want to keep those things in mind. So anyways, these are just a few quick lighting setups that can help you create simple and professional headshots for your clients. I hope you found this video helpful. Go ahead and give us a follow over on Instagram at PolicyBuffInc. And for a chance to be featured on our page, use #PolicyBuff. And thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.